goes it, friend? Keeping the killers and cut-pursers at bay? Didn't you hear the explosion?
See anything you like? I'm mature enough to admit I was mistaken about Thorinair. He's a welcome member of our group in the Market District. What can I interest you in? Tell your friends about me. It's been a pleasure.
I'm only asking for a single... Hello there.
Oh. Hello.
Hail!
What brings you here, my son? Ah, yes. The gauntlets have been here for ages. I know only the basic story behind them. They're more of a novelty these days. My only real involvement with them these days is keeping the youngsters from hurting themselves trying to pick the gauntlets up. What is your interest in them, if I may ask? Yes, well, I don't know the whole thing. A great many years ago, a knight of the old order did something terrible, and the gauntlets just fell off. They dropped to the floor right where he stood, and no one could lift them. It was a sign of the curse placed upon this knight by Stendar, I think. That curse still lingers on today, in fact. Poor Kellen. Oh, why, he's a descendant of that very knight from so long ago. The curse has affected his family all these years. He suffers from it now. He came here from Hammerfell seeking a cure, but... well, there's really nothing that can be done for him, I think. He may know more of the story than I. Perhaps you should speak with him, if he's feeling well enough. The gauntlets have been here... It's a horrible thing, truly. One cannot help but pity those such as Kellen, who have such a burden placed on them, through no fault of their own. But if it is the will of the Nine, then there is little that can be done. He's down in the chapel hall, resting. You may speak to him if you like. Don't get too many folks passing through here these days. Good day.
What is it? Is there a cure? Has Arelder found a cure? I know there's something he's not telling me. Ah, so you've heard it, have you? terrible curse. Been in the family almost longer than anyone can remember. When I was younger, I could live with it. Wasn't so bad. But it's only gotten worse over time. I'd come here, to the place it all happened, in the hopes that something could be done. I fear I haven't much time left otherwise. Our elder has let me stay, mostly out of pity, I think. But there's something else. I swear he knows more than he tells. I've seen plenty of pity in people's eyes over the years, and when he speaks to me, there are times I'd swear he sounds apologetic. Guilty, even. Why would that be? What reason does he have to hold back information? I know I'm a doomed man one way or the other. Speak to him if you can. Convince him to tell me what he knows as a dying man's last wish. You've seen them, I assume. The only evidence of what happened so many years ago. Do you know that I thought perhaps I could lift them? That somehow this curse would be lifted if I could pick them up? I tried for hours, until my whole body ached, and I could barely move. I lay there on the floor next to them, weeping. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've been at the end of my rope for far too long to be ashamed of anything. The church is still in turmoil from the attack on the Chapel of Dibella. I don't think anyone has had time to really study this prophet's teachings. My best advice would be to go, listen carefully, and I don't know why they're still here. They're so heavy, and I'm so weak. What does Stendarr want from me? Take care.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Knight Commander. I cannot face him. I know what might be done for him, but I haven't the will to do it. I wish I could help him. Truly I do. But I cannot muster the strength to damn myself on his behalf. The curse. I know what would lift it, but I cannot do it. The only way to free Kellen of his curse is to take it on myself. I am not strong enough to do this, and so I am a failure. I fail Kellen every time I speak to him, and I fail Stendarr every time I pray to him and do not ask for the power to lift the curse. Do you know one who would do such a thing? One who would pray at this chapel's altar, pray to Stendarr for the power to lift this curse? I've told you, the only way to lift the curse from Kellen is to pray to Stendarr for the power to free him. But that means taking the curse on yourself. You'll be marked for life, as will all your children and your children's children. Good day.
Come back to see the doomed man, have you? I don't know why. You too. Good day. The church is... I don't think... The Fighters Guild is recruiting. Take care.
Welcome. The gauntlets have been here far... They'll almost... Bye.
A pleasure to speak with you. I don't know why. Take care.
Ah, you dirty little thief! How dare you touch me?
Well, please, go on. The Fighters Guild, farewell. How did you? I feel good. I feel good. I don't feel like death. I feel like running. I can't thank you. I finally have a chance to get out and see the world. I'm not wasting another second of my life, and I'm forever indebted to you, friend. Farewell. How do you do?
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end. I'll take any stolen goods you have. The next move is yours. Pay your fine, or I'll haul you away. That's too bad. I was hoping you'd resist arrest. Okay, here's the procedure. You have the eyes of a trained marksman.
Tosh sure knows his way around this area. Have you spoken with him recently?
Hi there. I can't believe you were willing to do that for Kellen. To sacrifice your own well-being without hesitation. What business do I have acting as a priest if I'm not willing to do all I can in helping those who need it? Perhaps I need to rethink my calling.
Hi there. Well met. It's you. I've heard of you. You're the one restoring the Knights of the Nine, aren't you? My name is Caridus O'Holan. Like you, I am a servant of the Nine, specifically of Zenithar. I came here seeking his mace. However, I could not pass the test. I'm no crusader, but that doesn't mean that I cannot serve Zenithar. In light of the recent attacks, I've signed on to protect the chapel. I'm fair with the blade, and by my honor, I'll serve the Nine in any way I can. Of the original Divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kynareth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kynareth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kynareth. I grew up in Cheydinhal. My father was a cobbler. My mother was an acolyte of Zenithar. She was self-taught, not part of the chapel proper. They were both killed in an accident when I was young. I became a ward of the crown and was drafted into the Imperial Army. After serving 2 tours patrolling Stros Makai, I left the service for a life devoted to Zenithar, inspired by my parents. Legends say that when Pellinal Whitestrake was slain by the Aliens, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowin as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowin as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. Legends say that when Pellinal Whitestrake was slain by the centuries later, when St. Calidus... He seems to be different than your usual self-proclaimed holy man. Maybe what he says is true, and that the attack on the Chapel of Dibella is just the beginning of an assault on the church itself. Of the original Divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kynareth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kynareth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kynareth. Goodbye. Well met.
Have you seen Aitar making trouble again?
Have you had any luck retrieving the mace? Legends say that when Pellinal Whitestrake was slain by the Aliens, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowin as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowin as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. Be seeing you.
Well met.
I can't believe it. The Grey Prince has been beaten. There's a new arena grand champion.
Yes, I heard of you. Found a few relics, and you imagine yourself to be the next White Strake, do you? I used to be a priest of the Tribunal Temple in Kraganmore. After the collapse, I drifted for a while, until I joined the chapel. The beggars and the Wicked Thieves Guild still trouble me. I wish the 9 divines offered charity and comfort to the poor like the temple did. Legends say that when Palinal Whitestrake was slain by the Aelids, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowin as a message. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. I hear the Count's got someone to sort out that business with Mazoga, the so-called knight. What can I interest you in? A pleasure to serve. Be
What
seeing
is
you.
it?
The fight. Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to make...
I've heard others say the same.
Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
How are you? I must admit my curiosity at your endeavor. So many have tried and failed to retrieve the mace. What makes you think that you will succeed? Legends say that when Pellinor Whitestrake was slain by the aliens, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowyn as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowyn as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. I believe in the transforming power of... You two.
Well met. So you're the one that's come for the mace, are you? Another adventurer looking for treasure? Get on with it if you must. The shrine is downstairs. But I wouldn't expect much if I were you. No one has ever succeeded. Legends said when... Farewell.
Yes, I heard of you. Take care.
Have you had any luck retrieving the mace? Farewell. Well met.
Stop! Well, well, if it isn't Sir Slaughter. How's our new... Looks like you've reached your peak. Tell you what, from here on in, you can fight 1, 2, or 3 Minotaur Lords. So what's it gonna be? You've got it! I'll have the 3 Minotaur Lords brought out to the arena. Now get up there and give the people what they paid for.
People of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You've come to watch the grand champion battle some of Cyrodiil's fiercest creatures. Who will survive this week's epic battle of combatant versus beast? Let's find out. Lower!
Well met.
Great show, great show! You really brought down the house. Here's your gold. Now get some rest, and I'll see you next week.
What is it, Sid?
I'm only asking for a single coin.
I hope I can help. Can I interest you in some of my wares? And
tell your friends about me.
Farewell.
Titan. Join my
Herbal grow slash it. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? A good price for a good customer.
Thank you.
You too. not to go there.